Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I fancied doing something a little bit smoky. So to start with, I'm going to use this product by Lano. This is LanoLips 101 Multi-balm. This is my favourite one. It is the Pear flavour, I guess you could call it. So this is 100% natural. You can use it on your cuticles, you can use it on your elbows, obviously your lips. It's a great way to hydrate your skin, and as I said, this one is my favourite. They do it in coconut, peach, but the pear one just makes me want to eat it. I love it. Then I'm going to move on to skin prep, and I'm very excited to say that this has been sponsored by Ouya. So Ouya do anti-wrinkle patches. Today I'm going to do the all-in-one. We might as well go for all of them. I can really show you what they're like then. So they come in this resealable packet, and this is how it comes. So this little guide says how to get the most out of your Ouya patches. So here we've got the forehead, under eyes, and then the smile lines. Now you want to apply these to cleansed and dried skin. Any products that you've got on the skin will obviously prevent these from sticking to your face. You can apply these on top of skincare, which I'm doing now. So you want to make sure your skincare is fully absorbed before you apply them. I feel like Wonder Woman. Now if you have sensitive skin, you can run a little bit of water over these first. They're a safe alternative to Botox. The more natural approaches such as patches are a great way to help plump and hydrate your skin. You can see how sticky they are. You don't need to clean these with soap, you just run them under lukewarm water and leave them to completely air dry before sticking them back to the sheet. So you can see how easy these are to use. They're much more cost effective because, as I say, you can use them up to 15 times. Ouya recommends that you apply them for an hour, but you can also sleep in them. So 8 hours will do wonders for your skin. The great thing about patches is that they are non-invasive. There's also no chemicals in the adhesive. Although we can't prevent aging happening, we can definitely help our skin to look and appear much younger. So I've left them on for an hour. I've gone and had a cup of tea and my skin feels so silky. Usually after using patches, you find that your skin feels a bit sweaty underneath and they start to feel quite moist, but my skin feels completely dry but really plump. When removing the eye patches, I recommend that you just pop a finger on the side of your face to keep it taut and then peel them back on themselves. That way you're not creating any friction on the skin. It feels so smooth. Wow, I'm really impressed with that. So if you are into face masks or you are intrigued to try an anti-wrinkle at-home alternative to Botox that's safe but effective, I'm going to leave the link to the Ouya patches in the description bar below, and don't forget to use my 10% discount code. If you follow me over on Instagram, you'll know that last week I uploaded some very exciting new Christmas holiday launches from bareMinerals. They have this most incredible packaging for the holidays. This is stunning. I absolutely love it, and everything that I received with it, I literally squealed with excitement. This is their Warmth Cheek and Eye palette. So this whole palette can be repurposed and recycled. So once you've finished with the palette itself, you can remove the mirror and repurpose it. You can pop it in your handbag. You can also pop out the eyeshadow section, and all of this can be fully recycled. I just changed my top into black because I decided that I might do a bit of a smoky eye, so I wanted to wear a darker top with it. I'm going to start off by using this Indie Labs Moisture Mist. This contains blue light defense. Blue light is what you get from your phone and your computer, and again, it's all bad for anti-aging. I'm going to use this to give my skin a little bit of extra moisture because I'm going to be using a matte foundation. So just give this a little spritz. You can apply this over makeup, under makeup to refresh your face during the day. If you want to cool down, if you are not big into heavy moisturisers, this is really good. The foundation I'm going to use is this Soft Matte Complete Foundation by NARS. This is a full coverage foundation. It's a lot more fluid than you would assume for a matte foundation. The shade I've got is Patagonia Medium 1.2. I'm just going to put a couple of drops on my hand. I love that these come in squeezy tubes because it means you can get all of the product out, and if you needed to, you could cut it open to get everything out. Using a duo fibre brush, I'm going to pop that onto the skin. I'm also going to work it in with a damp beauty blender. So this is a medium to full coverage. It's definitely buildable. I've worn it a few days on the trot, really liked it, stay matte most of the day. It's oil free, it does say it will last 16 hours. And it is supposed to be humidity proof, sweat proof and transfer proof. So it's a good one if you're looking for all day wear. This also protects against blue light and pollution. I should imagine that you'll need quite a bit of it on your face to really protect you, so make sure you go in with an appropriate broad spectrum SPF before your foundation. So although this is matte, and it is matte. Some of them really do make your skin look super dry, but this one doesn't. It still looks really good, but it is definitely matte. So this has something called True Colour Oxidization Resistant. And the idea of that is that it isn't going to oxidize when you put it on. As you can see, the colour that you put on is the colour that it stays to. And it controls the appearance of excess sebum by containing a mix of botanical extracts and antioxidants, and that's going to help with keeping the appearance of oil at bay. The reason I use a duo fibre brush on my fingers as my preference is because I find that you just get a bit more of a sheer coverage, which I prefer when it comes to medium to full foundations. And as always, there is a massive shade range. There's 34 shades to choose from, and they do contain a mix of different undertones. As you can see, that is one coat. It is full coverage, it is matte, and it's really, really comfortable and completely weightless. I don't feel like I've got anything on at all. Really, really nice. So if you're looking for a really good foundation, not semi-matte, completely matte, then check out the one by NARS. I'm going to move on to eyes and then I'll be back to finish the skin. Taking the bareMinerals Eye and Cheek palette, I'm taking the Glow and Warmth bronzer. I'm warming up the socket of the eye using my MAC 286S Duo Fibre brush. This is a tapered synthetic brush. I'm using a very light hand to buff that backwards and forwards, and this is going to warm up this entire section of the eye above the mobile lid. I'm also pulling that out on the outer corner and then taking a bareMinerals Expert Shadow and Liner brush, using the shadow side to buff that underneath my lower eyelashes, and this is from the 3-piece brush and bag set. Now I'm taking the shade Ember, which is a beautiful reddish brick brown, and I'm using that to increase the warmth in the socket area, and this time I'm not taking it as high as I took the bronzer shade. And as you can see, I'm still using the same brush, so I'm working that in circular motions in a window wiper motion, so from left to right, but making circular motions at the same time. Then I'm using what's left on the bristles to pour that colour outwards towards the tail of the eyebrow, and this is creating a beautiful winged shape with the eyeshadow. Using the liner side of the shadow and liner brush from bareMinerals, I'm taking Ember underneath those lower eyelashes. I've changed it to this side of the brush because it is a bit more precise. Next I'm taking the shade Cinder, which is beautiful. This is such a gorgeous shade, and it definitely works best when you apply it with your fingers. I think it works better when you lay down one layer first in a swiping motion to really get that colour onto the skin, and then use a tapping motion to reapply the eyeshadow so that you really can see that beautiful blue sparkle that's in there. The technique that I'm doing now is really about layering and building. Here I'm using the Expert Shadow brush to buff that into our socket line where we have the shade Ember, and this will buff away most of that colour, but that is absolutely fine. We just want to start making a nice blend between the two shades, and you want to make sure you don't take this too high, otherwise you'll start to get more of a muddy finish. Going back in with my MAC blending brush, I'm reapplying a small amount of Ember, and then I'm going back in with my Expert Shadow brush to start tapping on a little bit more of that Cinder shade, and I'm going all the way across the mobile lid, and as you can see, it's starting to look softer between Ember and Cinder. So the purpose for this is that once we tap Cinder back onto the mobile lid with our fingers, you'll see that it's quite intense, and we really do need a nice gradient between those two shades just to soften it, which you can see I'm doing here. So you do want to tap this on very gently. Make sure you tap off all the excess product first because you will get a little bit fall down, and then I'm using a very, very tiny amount on the brush to pull the colour out just to create a bit of a soft wing. You may have noticed I left the centre of the mobile lid with no colour on, and this is the reason why. I'm going to take a small amount of the NARS Tinted Smudgeproof eyeshadow base, and you can use a concealer, it's completely up to you. I like that this doesn't move once it's laid down. I'm using my ring finger to tap that onto the very centre just to re-lighten this area. And I've done this because I'm going to take the shade Flicker and apply this over the top. You can apply it directly over the navy Cinder shade, however it won't look as bright. That look in itself would still be absolutely beautiful, but I really wanted this to be as true on the skin as it is in the pan. So having a light base down really helps to make this pop, and as you can see I'm using my finger to stipple between the two shades so it blends nicely. On a flat, tight bristled brush I'm taking Flicker and I'm applying that to the top of my brow bone. The reason I'm using this type of brush is because it holds onto the colour really well and means you can be a bit more precise and get less fall down. Next I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Darkside Waterproof Gel Liner. and this is a great inky black eyeliner, and if you really struggle with eyeliner staying in place, then definitely give this a go. It's so hard to remove. We don't want this eyeliner to look too stark on the waterline, so I'm taking a small amount of cinders on my angled brush from bareMinerals, and I'm running that between the bottom eyelashes to soften the look of the eyeliner. The mascara I'm going to take is also by bareMinerals. This is their Strength and Length Serum Infused Mascara. This is infused with red clover peptide serum. The idea is that you maximise your natural lash growth, and within 8 weeks you should really be able to see a massive difference to your lashes. You may have noticed it has quite a quirky wand. It has a paddle brush where one side has micro indentations rather than bristles, but the idea is that it really does lay on that mascara, and then the paddle side will really lift and lengthen your lashes. Obviously, being an evening look, I'm definitely going to apply some falsies, and these are my current favourite ones by Ardell. These are the double 113 wispy lashes. Use some tweezers if you struggle, or check out my lash hack tutorial. I drop them on top of the centre of my eyelashes and then tuck in each side of the eyelashes to secure them. Again, I do have a number of eyelash tutorials, so I will leave the playlist up on the right side of the screen for you. How beautiful is this eye look? I absolutely adore this. Obviously all the steps are optional, so you can leave out the eyeliner if you have quite small eyes. I'm taking a bit of the bareMinerals BareSkin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer in the shade Light, just to bring a bit of light underneath the eyes. So just a smidge. I want something quite light because we have got full coverage everywhere on the skin. We only need something to brighten rather than conceal. So I'm popping that on with my sponge. How beautiful is that palette? It's so gorgeous. The colours are incredible and the pigment payoff is insane. Now I believe that is just a holiday palette, so if you do want it, you'll have to act quick because it will obviously be only limited for the holiday season. Next I'm taking the bareMinerals Blooming Blush Brush, and I'm going to take the Warmth Bronzer. You know I am a massive fan of Faux Tan. This is the Warmth shade. This has a really nice angle to it, so it's going to sit into the hollows of the cheeks, which is going to do the work for us. So just swipe the colour down and then dust it upwards. Try and keep it where you've placed it. You don't want to really bring the colour down because otherwise you're not going to get that contoured look. So use a really light hand when you're working it into the skin. That will give you a really nice finish. Use what's left on the bristles just to kind of very gently bring the colour forward. Remember not to blend it out too much because it is an evening look, so you do want it to be quite sculpted. As always, take it around your hairline as well. This adds dimension to your face. You can also pop a little bit into the temple area. This will just transition up from your eyeshadow. It just creates a bit more of a lifted look to your eyes, but also your face. Also going to take a small amount down the sides of my nose as well. For lipstick, I'm going to use the bareMinerals BarePro in the shade Spice. This is a colour that you can see really goes well with the eyeshadow and the bronzy feel we've got going on the skin. I'm only going to use a little bit of this because I'm not a massive colour wearer. So I'm going to pop it on with my finger. I'm not going to apply any blush because I feel like it would be too much on the face. As we've got colour on the lips and the eyes and we've got bronzer on, I just feel like if I put blush on as well, it'd just be too much. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Is this a little bit of you? Will you be trying the bareMinerals palette? I think it's beautiful. Don't forget, if you want to check out the All Your Skin Anti-Wrinkle patches, I'm going to link them below for you, and I will put my code on screen for you one last time. Don't forget to make the most of it. As always, I will list and link all the products I've used in the description bar. Come follow me outside of YouTube on my social handles, which will be on screen for you now, and I will see you next week. Bye!